You are specially welcome to today's class. I'm still your educator, Obinwa Chukwugozie, an educationist. Today we'll go further to the second week, SS2, government, third term, SS2 government. Today we are going to talk about the topic Interethnic Rivalry and Issues of Secession in Nigeria. Interethnic rivalry and issues of secession in Nigeria. At the end of today's class, you'll be able to know and learn what conflict is all about, what ethnicity or tribalism or tribal is all about, then effect of conflict in Nigeria. They want to learn as well problem of secession in Nigeria, specifically the Eastern secession in 1964, 67, 70. They will go further to learn measures to employ in order to avoid secession in Nigeria. You still learn factors that led to the introduction of federal character in Nigeria. Then lastly, you are going to learn regionalism in Nigeria. Please, before we start in full force, we encourage you to subscribe if you have not subscribed to our channel. That subscription red button that you saw there, that you are seeing there, please click that place and subscribe. Then click the bell sign that is there, click it, so that anytime we release any video that will be of great benefit to you, you will be notified and know. If you have any question, you can ask it under the comment section as you are watching. Then if you need this note, government SS2 third term note, scheme of work, the complete note, you can do well to reach out to us on 07088742960. Okay, let's get into the lesson for today. Now, as we said before, the topic is interethnic rivalry and issues of secession in Nigeria. Specifically, I talk about the nature of ethnic conflict in Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is multi-ethnic group in nature. As a result of that, there will be conflict. There will be argument. There will be disagreement. That is normal. That is human nature. So we're going to look at how that is peculiar to Nigeria as a nation state or as a country. Okay, but first of all, we'll look at the meaning of conflict. You have to understand this concept that are called conflict. Now, conflict is a state of serious disagreement or argument between two or more persons over an issue. It could be an issue, it could be an idea, it could be a feeling, it could be opinion. But the main thing there is a serious disagreement. That the disagreement must be serious for you to call it a conflict. Okay, we'll move further to look at what ethnic is all about. If you call it ethnic, you can call it, if you don't call it ethnic, you can call it tribal. The same thing. Ethnic or tribal, ethnic group or tribal group. You have to know what ethnic or tribal is all about. Then the ethnic or tribal can be seen as people with common language, culture, and historical background. So you see, these people must have common language, they must have the same culture, they must have the same historical background. They must not stay, it's not a more that they will stay in one geopolitical area. That's why you see difference between ethnic group, and nation. You talk about nation. Nation is people that have the same language, culture, historical background, and reside in a geopolitical area. But ethnic group or tribal, the people with one language, culture, and the same historical background. Yes. They will now go further to talk about the effect, some of the effect of ethnic conflict in Nigeria. The one we'll be looking at delayed Nigeria independence. So ethnic conflict in Nigeria delayed the Nigeria independence. Nigeria as a country, we are supposed to have or gained our independence in 1956. That was when we are supposed to gain our independence in 1956, not in 1960. Why didn't we get it in that 1956? It was because during our parliamentarians in Lagos, they were doing their parliamentary job in Lagos in 1953, to be precise. The man called Anthony Nahoro rose up and gave a motion that Nigeria is due for independence. And that should be in 1956. The Westerners, this is the Yoruba people, supported. The Easterners, Southeastern people, or Southside people supported as well. But the Northern legislatures refused. They said no. They used one slogan there that they said it is until when practicable. Until when practicable. That was the statement that they used there. And as a result of that, that was a conflict. That was a serious conflict as a result of that. We'll not dive into deep. Maybe in our subsequent class we'll talk about that. But the second effect of the conflict in Nigeria is mass killing of the Igbos in the north. Yes, this is the second one. Then the third one, inter and intra-ethnic crisis. In Nigeria, you have so many ethnic crises, which is up to today, you still see it. And these are one of the effects of ethnic conflict. These are one of the effects of ethnic conflict in Nigeria. Then we'll go further to talk about the problem of secession in Nigeria. Problem of secession in Nigeria. Since Nigeria started existing as Nigeria, there has been issues. There was a time the Northerners want to secede. They want to move out of Nigeria. There was a time the Boni people want to move out of Nigeria. There was a time the Mazop people, the IPOB, they are disturbing. Even the IPOB are still disturbing as the time this record was made for secession. For secession, everybody want to go and leave Nigeria. But we're going to talk about the Eastern secession which happened in 1964, 1967, 1970. As a result of this, that was what caused civil war in Nigeria. Because of the Eastern secession, it caused civil war in Nigeria. have so many things on that. Where Ojukwu declared the Republic of Biafra. As a result of that, misunderstanding came up and the civil war started. But the origin of this civil war was because Nigeria was never united since the beginning of the beginning. Because when you look at it, when political party, when they gave us independence and political party started emerging, you notice that the political party that emerged at early stage of that time was based on ethnicity, which it cannot work. Nigeria cannot be together. Why the early stage of political parties were based on ethnicity? Look at the AG. AG is Action Group, which are for Westerners, the Yorubas. We have the NPC, Northern People's Congress. And the mere hearing it, you know that it's from North. You have the NCNC, which is mainly for the Southeast. So these things didn't portray unity in Nigeria. That was why we continue to have crisis in Nigeria. Then we have to look at the measures to avoid secession in Nigeria. That is the next one. What are the measures to be taken to avoid secession in Nigeria? Remember, secession can be seen as a group of people that is within a country that want to move or divide or break out of the country. That is what secession. That is just like in your family, somebody came up from a family and said, no, I don't want to belong to this family again. I want to move out of the family and have my own family. That is what most of the times is by war or by force. That is what the person have succeeded. That's just that. Okay, look at the measures to avoid secession in Nigeria. Number one, look at patriotism. Patriotism is being national conscious, loving your country, ready to do something for your country to succeed. Then the second one is equality. Every ethnic group in Nigeria should be treated equal. The next one is tolerance. No matter where you are coming from, know that we are all human beings. The only thing that separates human being or try to separate human being is language and religion. Apart from those two things, we are all the same thing. You have the same feeling. You feel loved. You feel angered. You feel emotion. You have emotion. Every human being have those things. So that's that. Know that tolerate one another. Tolerate one another. Then number 4 is national unity. We should be preaching national unity. As a result of this national unity, they brought about the government, brought about NYSC, Nigeria Youth Service Corps. A situation whereby when you finish your higher institution, you travel to another area that you have not been to serve your country. For you to travel there, you notice some culture, some behaviors. You'll be acquainted with them. From there, national unity is being developed. The next one is constitution. Then the 6th one is power rotation. Power should be rotated. There should be a power rotation between the ethnic groups in Nigeria. Then the next one is equal representation. Every ethnic group in Nigeria should be represented. So these are the few measures to avoid secession in Nigeria. Now we are going to look at the factors that led to the introduction of federal character. Factors that led to the introduction of federal character. You know, the concept of federal character was a principle that was brought up in Nigeria, that every ethnic group should be represented in the federal level in every sector. That is the concept, the simple way I can define it. Every ethnic group in Nigeria should be represented in the center. You know, Nigeria federalism, the center have much power So every ethnic group wants to be there. Every ethnic group wants to be there because of the power. When you stay there, you exercise more power, build up your people. And so many of them. You look at the factors that led to the introduction of federal character. Number one, uneven development. There is no development in every part of the country. So they were preaching uneven development. Number two, fear of domination. The minority ethnic group is afraid of the majority ones dominating them. So it brought about the issue of federal character. Then unhealthy struggle. Our politicians is doing politics of bitterness. Unhealthy struggle. If you want to win an election, you have to struggle, do all manner of things, insult people for you to get there. No, it's not supposed to be so. And number four is appointment. This one means that in every ethnic group, there must be somebody representing them in the federal level. The last one under that is discrimination. Yes, this one happens almost every day. If you see somebody that is not from your tribe or your area, you begin to discriminate the person. It is wrong if you want to keep this country together. So don't discriminate wherever you are. Know that we are all human beings. Then the last we are going to talk about for today is regionalism in Nigeria. The one is so simple. It was the British, our colonial masters, that introduced this in order for them to be able to administer their program to Nigeria. So they created protectorates and they created colonies, which Lagos is among them. Lagos is among them. Oyo River Coast is among them as well. And in those days, they used, as I said before, the colonies and protectorates to administer, to do the administration, to lead Nigeria in those days. That was how regionalism came about. The 1946 Constitution, Richard Constitution, came up and divided Nigeria into 4 regions: Eastern, Northern, and the Southern region. Then Eastern, Northern, and Western region. That was that. But the origin of all these things was brought about by Sir Bondolion, who was the governor of Nigeria from 1935 to 1943. He divided Nigeria into North, East, and West, and that was in 1939. So please, this is where we will end our class. You can do these assignments, define the classwork, define the term conflict, state 6 measures to avoid secession in Nigeria. And the assignment, please keep coming close to this channel, because at a point you will be seeing a WAEC, JAMB, past question. It will be tackled, and you will know how to answer those questions accurately. Thank you so much. If you need the note, do well to contact us. Please subscribe to our channel, because we'll be releasing, you see, more videos and more videos that will help you succeed. And remember, our slogan in this channel is pursue knowledge. Pursue knowledge. Pursue knowledge. It is what you know today. What you know will help you today and tomorrow. Thank you so much.